We do whatever we want, go wherever we want, love however we want. It don't matter. You do whatever I want, get whatever I want, get whatever I need. It's about love, 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 love. Obviously got love, love, love.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Relax and Chat. So as you see by the title, today's episode is going to be called Hustle Overload. And y'all, I feel like this topic is like really important to touch on. I'm pretty sure I say that about every topic, but this one right here is really important. Like, it's something that I see a lot in like this generation. So I just feel like let's go ahead and let's dive into it. Let's talk about it. Oh, y'all already know, but if you don't, before we get into this topic, make sure you just unwind with me, put on your favorite pajamas, get you something warm to drink, some hot chocolate, some tea. Today I have green tea with lemon and honey, and it's so good, but it's so hot, so I gotta let it cool down. So I don't want to do any more rambling, so grab some tea, sit back, and let's relax and chat. So like I said earlier, hustle overload is something that I see a lot of in this generation. So basically, hustle overload is just when a person is so focused on hustling, so focused on their grind season, that they don't take a moment to step back and focus on themselves. So it's very important to have a work-life balance in order to keep your physical and mental health in check. So first, we're going to start off with how to know that you're in hustle overload. So like I said, hustle overload is when you're so focused on grind season and hustling that you forget to take care of yourself. So this could be when your mind is only focused on making money and not yourself anymore. This could be working with no days off, even though it's physically exhausting and mentally exhausting for you. You just keep doing it. This could be never being able to talk about anything but making money, but grind season, but things like that. Only ever being able to talk about those topics and not anything else. And these are just a few signs to show when a person is in hustle overload. So now let's get into the disadvantages of hustle overload. It's so hot, but it's so good, y'all. So the disadvantages of hustle overload can be really hard on a person. When you're in this mindset, you're more focused on money making than you are yourself. It's snowing, y'all, and it's so pretty. Like, oh my goodness, this is a core memory for me. Like, this means you'll push through the exhaustion, you'll push through the burnout just to see a few more dollars. Now, making money is a beautiful thing. Making money is a great thing, but it becomes a problem when you let the money control you, when you let the money stop you from taking care of yourself. We need to have control over the money and not the other way around. And the main disadvantage of hustle overload is the cash crash. So your body is becoming more physically exhausted and mentally exhausted the more you continue to overwork it for that money. The longer you stay in this cycle, the more extreme the cash crash will be for you. And this will eventually lead to that crash, that burnout. I see a lot in my generation that people will like overwork themselves just to show off for the media. And this is another example of letting the money control you. I promise you that your mental health and your physical health is way more important than what you're trying to show off for the media, than what you're trying to show off in your pockets. I promise you. Another disadvantage of hustle overload are when people try to downplay others. For example, people try to downplay others who aren't working as hard as them, who aren't touching as much money as them, like things like that. And this is a very toxic mindset to have, and this is just all a part of the overload. Yo, I just realized that my spoon is just like in the way, so please ignore that. Now we're going to talk about how to avoid hustle overload. So to avoid hustle overload, we need to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves in between the work days. We need full days to relax and decompress after a few hard shifts. We need to take our minds off of work. And I know it is so hard to take your mind off the bills you're stressing over, to take your mind off the savings you're trying to build. I'm here to tell you that it is okay to rest. It's okay to rest your mind. It's okay to stop thinking about it for a little bit, because you cannot be on that. You can't be on go mode all the time, whether it's physically or mentally. It's important to rest. Rest your mind from the money-related stress. Take some time to do self-care and recollect yourself. Do some things that you haven't done in a while because of work. Go hang out with your friends, have some fun, and just take that time to rest and recollect yourself. Another way to avoid hustle overload is by being humble. Social media does not need to hear about every dollar we make. And we shouldn't be talking negatively about anyone else's work life. We shouldn't be talking about how much money they're making. We shouldn't be worried about what's in their pockets. We should only be worried about ourselves, what's in our pockets, and not letting what's in our pockets control us. Life is too short to only be focused on money. Money will always be here, but time will not. So it's so important to take the time out to invest in yourself, to rest, to recollect yourself, to worry about your physical and mental health over the money. Without the physical and mental health, you can't make the money. So come on, we have to have a work-life balance. It's so important. It's time to get out of this hustle overload cycle and start prioritizing ourselves, which we will be talking about in the next episode, so stay tuned. And that is all I have for you guys today. I know these episodes have been kind of short. Let me know if you guys are into the shorter relaxing chat videos or the longer relaxing chat videos. And that is all I have to say for you guys today. I hope this episode really helps you guys if you're struggling with this hustle overload cycle. The first step is acknowledging it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.
We do whatever we want, go wherever we want, love however we want. It don't matter. You do whatever I want, get whatever I want, get whatever I